Hello everyone. One thing I am so passionate about is keeping your money in a high yield savings account. There are banks out there that really show their appreciation to their customers by paying them a good amount of interest on the savings account. I just don't feel that anyone should not take advantage of that. So definitely keep your money with a bank that will show that they appreciate you. With any of the recent interest rate hikes that we've had in 2022, you know, there's been a bunch of them. A lot of times people are impacted. Mainly what they think of is the interest rates raising for trying to buy a house. It also goes for like personal loans, car loans, really any type of variable interest rate that you could have with debt. However, the positive way that impacts you is that savings account interest rates have been steadily increasing every time there's been a rate hike. So with ourselves, of course, we take advantage of a high yield savings account. After every hike, we would get an email that our interest rate was raising each time. It's pretty steady at this point since we haven't really heard much of any other hikes right now. Interest rates with savings accounts, of course, can fluctuate just like with the variable interest rates on debt that people take out. If you are someone who has a like brick and mortar type of bank that just pays out like a very small interest rate, comment down below if you thought about changing banks with your savings account at all with the recent rate hikes that there have been. Whenever my husband and I were saving up for a down payment on our house, during that time was before they even had a lot of these hikes on the interest rate savings accounts. And we were still getting like $50 a month just in interest for our savings, for the money that we had in our savings account. Today, I am going to go over 7 high yield savings accounts that you have to choose from. So if you're someone who just doesn't really know where to start, definitely keep watching. Of course, I do want to say that interest that you earn on your savings account, it's not at all meant to be something that makes you rich or just provides you with a ton of money, but choose between having a penny on the savings that you have in your bank account or $10. Which of the two would you choose? If you are someone who has $10,000 in the bank and you keep it in the bank for a year, if you have a 3% interest rate, you would be looking at getting $300 after that year. In comparison, if you had a 0.3 interest rate, you'd be looking at about $30 after a year. So either way, in my household, you probably will hear me say this in just about every video, every dollar counts. So if I could choose between 30 and 300, I'm picking 300. Typically, when you have a high yield savings account, these types of banks are online banks, aside from like your local credit union and things like that. If you're someone who's wondering if a online bank is safe, an online bank is just the same as any brick and mortar bank in a sense of they're both federally insured up to $250,000. Typically, you'll see at the bottom of most banks' website where it says member FDIC. And with online banks, that is something that they will also let you know if they are federally insured as well. So for this video, I will be naming off 7 banks that have high yield savings, and as of the time that I'm recording this video, what those interest rates are. So SoFi, that is a bank that offers both checking and savings, and the interest rate on that is 3.75%. Discover Bank also offers checking and savings, and their APY is 3.3%. There's also a bank called Marcus by Goldman Sachs. If you are not familiar with them, they also service the Apple Card credit card. Their savings account is also an online bank, with the APY being 3.3%. Ally is another bank that has an online savings account. Theirs is also 3.3%. If you've never heard of Ally, they are one bank that does offer the bucket option, where you can have a savings account and then have like digital envelopes within that account to assign different jobs or names or sinking funds for each thing that you are saving for. If you haven't already seen my 10 sinking funds video for 2023, I will have that link down below. American Express high yield savings account. Their APY is at 3.3%. Citi Accelerate Savings, their APY is at 3.4%. And lastly, Lending Club High Yield Savings. Their APY is at 4% even. Again, all of these APYs are as of when we are filming this video in 2023. Typically, one thing I notice about high yield savings accounts is that they all tend to fluctuate with the market. You happen to notice one bank that is 3.75 and then another one that's 3.5. You can expect either one of those to change at any point. It's possible that 3.5 could go up. It's possible that 3.75 could go down. So really what I would suggest is to find a bank that really works for you and that you like a lot of their benefits, a lot of their perks that they have going on. Even if they happen to have a lower rate, it very well could end up going up later on in the year. So really, I would definitely just look at any of these accounts that have high yield savings and pick one that really works for you. I am gonna have a link down below with all the banks that I had listed and additional banks as well if you're looking for some more information or if you are looking for more ideas. Either way, definitely get yourself a high yield savings account. If you are someone who has a bank that is not paying you a good rate, go ahead and cancel that account and get you a high yield savings account. Every little bit helps. If you're someone who's trying to pay off debt or mortgage like we are, definitely use that interest savings. Any money that you are provided, put that on your debt or just keep it in your savings. Put it towards anything you're working towards because every dollar counts. Thank you so much for watching this video and we will see you in the next one.